So I'm sitting here snacking. I was like, okay, I may have some room to actually do this video because I just did a video that was like an hour and 40 minutes. I was getting clarity. But similarly to what I was talking about in my previous video, the inner child aspect of life, me also becoming aware like how people will feel like you don't even deserve the lifestyle, the resources. When you think about how a lot of things systematically has been created, people actually feel like when you look at how it got hot. Look at how these structures are literally built. You're telling me that's something behind the scenes that are saying, basically, there's somebody saying, this person, this individual, this class of people, whatever, all these little dumbass terms that y'all have, you feel that they don't deserve resources? You feel that they don't deserve to get the same resources that the community next to them to receive? I want y'all to learn how to think for y'allself. You feel within yourself that this person doesn't have a second chance to something? I'm not excluding karma. I'm talking about the people who know that the injustice that has happened and people who get a slap on the wrist, you actually feel that they should get a pass. And just because how someone looks, whatever it is, that they should get more of a harsher treatment? This is your systems? This is your king? This is your king? This is your queen? This is your king, huh? No. That's your man. The one who y'all sit back and feed the whole community drugs. That's your king. The people in the industry, people who music. Who will influence your children to go out there and harm each other. That's your favorite artist? That's your favorite artist is knowing that your daughter will listen to that? Listen to that, do this and do that and da 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 da? I get it. I ain't mad at you. Don't be mad at nobody else when you see your kids go down that path of self-destruction. I was there. That's your king? That's your king? That make a lot of sense. Let me know what your core value is. I ain't mad at you. Oh, Lord. I ain't mad at you. To each their own. Oh, well, I gotta eat. We gotta, I was telling somebody the other day, it's wild as fuck to see how what we have normalized. And I ain't finna go into that, oh, as a people. No, this ain't that. I'm talking about collectively. I'm talking about collectively. I'm talking about collectively. Y'all don't want the mirror? I don't expect so much of, there's a duality. The hate gonna come. I'm saying it because I know the path I could have chose. So how do I don't have just as much as of an influence to the youth as much as the ones that y'all put on the pedestal? How is it any different? What they say, pick your poison. Just saying. Just saying though. As much as people say, mind your business. Hey, I'm minding my business. But when I look at the business that y'all been in, the corporations y'all been a part of, my business is to those kids, the generations after me. But when your value changes, you'll actually see, because again, I get it. I have grace with a lot of y'all people. This was everybody. I grew up in different demographics, baby. I grew up in a certain place where I had to see, like, wow. You actually think that something's gonna backfire one day? Over you believing that you're upholding this prejudice and so much self-hatred? You actually believe all of your ancestors was like that? No, yeah, that's another thing. Everybody wasn't like that. Everybody wasn't like that. That was just people who knew that their life would be threatened and, taken away from their kids and stuff. Okay, for one, let me tell you something. This has been going on. It's just in different ways. You give your kids away every day to people you don't know nothing about, that you never vetted. Just imagine if you were at the schools. I know a lot of you mothers are. But just imagine if it was designed that way, though. The part of your child still having some type of emotional stability. Truly growing up with your child. And there's a balance, of course. But y'all don't realize I'm saying these things so you can realize in your collapsing of whatever's going on, of your patriarchal, the matriarchal, y'all are the runners up. Y'all are the runners up. And the reason why I keep telling y'all the importance of the inner child, because when y'all don't see the importance of what you have, your own abandonment wounds, whether through mother or father wounds, you will not see the bigger picture and you initiating through y'all, because women are initiators. Everything happens through y'all. Life comes through y'all. Whether people want to subscribe to gender or not, whatever they come here to be, you still came from a fucking womb. Not gonna argue with you. I know all types of people. Again, it still is a part of what the mother belief system is and how she receives that child. Because a lot of that dynamic has a lot to do with the fact of there's a lot of resentment there mothers never talk about because their child didn't believe in this, doesn't accept this, and so forth, and yada, yada, yada. Again, that reflects her belief system and her internal wounds. you can actually heal that, mend that with your child. It starts with you, not the child. It starts with your inner child. This ain't about saving no one. This is about the mothers who are ready to experience shit differently, who've been sitting back awaiting a man such as myself with this delivery, with this message. Not so much in the intimate setting, but yes, in a way of a healthy setting, whether from a brother to a sister, a father to a daughter. The energy is similar. It's to awaken and to trigger the father wound and or mother wound, depending on how I'm delivering it. To bring you back home to yourself. To realize, like, it's going to start with you. And it start with you. That's going to trickle on how, what type, who, and what type of people, energetically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you allow into your life. Yes, the abuse can stop, but the abuse has to stop with you. Yes, the abandonment issues that you didn't realize you had through escaping through relationship or whatever it is can stop. Yeah, because you got to stop self-abandoning your fucking self. All of these things begin with you. Oh, well, I don't know how. Yes, you do. You got into a place before when you see enough is enough. Research, learn, be still, listen. It's going to come through letting go of that position. It's going to come through something. All of that is divine intervention. All of these things is to bring you back home to your inner child. Realize what have you been abandoned like from? What have you stayed in too long? What have you tolerated for so long? Why aren't you tired of your own shit? Ask yourself that. You done been in your shit so long. You've been trying to take care of everybody else and clean up everybody else's shit but your own. Abandoning, self-abandoning, people pleasing. I'm telling you, I don't listen. I'm not for encouraging mothers to overextend themselves. That cycle stops. Because then that's when they can realize, like, there is support. There are other mothers out there like you. There's so many women like you that are fed up. Y'all just kept going through the loop of thinking that you got to go look externally or look to a certain resources, whether that's through religious constructs, other shit, people, systems that have been in place to keep y'all looping. Have these conversations with women. Have these conversations with you first. There are women out there like you. That's going to be a slow and steady process. Build a fucking friendship first. Vet people. Learn how to support each other. Y'all don't have sisterhood. Y'all don't have brotherhood. A lot of these shit, I don't care if it's sororities, fraternities, everything that was a part of this patriarchal system is a part of people don't realize that their childhood wounds are preyed on. They were ciphering their energy. They can fight it. They can argue. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to go against you. I'm not going to say what's good or bad and so forth. Like I said, as you see more of a collapsing in this shit, you're going to start to see people realize how much they have felt humiliated, disappointed, shame and guilt around what they've accepted for so long. That's a collective thing. That reflects self-worth and self-value. Therefore, then, as this shift, our value system change around monetary system, schooling, teaching, being a student of life. I see things that's going to shift. Things are going to be more focused on values that are more internalized. People really building stuff on safety, security, internal security, values that really matter, sustainability, love for self, not self-abandonment. All this shit is built around self-abandonment. Who can tell me otherwise? I know people like, oh, well, How you gonna make a living? You didn't come here to make a living. You're dead trying to make a living. Make a living. You obviously don't see how fucked up that is to believe that you came to make a living. You're living. You're either living or you're dead. And most of the time, people don't even realize that. Maybe think about the straw man in Wizard of Oz. Nigga was just dead inside. And that's the inner child aspect. Your imagination. Y'all don't even realize, like, through trauma bonding, when I tell you this society, like, people have trauma bonded through their woundedness. That's what it was built on. I mean, like, my perspective on alcohol has completely changed because there's so many different ways, but when you realize how people just trauma bond through it, that's why they act a fucking fool. That's why shit get conjured up when people be drinking shit. Unresolved shit start coming out. Big, unresolved emotions. Shit they never said with. Think about it. Motherfuckers start coming out. That's why they say a drunk man tell no tales. Drunk woman tell no tales either. Motherfuckers start getting drunk. Lose all sight of awareness and everything. Trauma bonds, man. When you think about the depths of the inner child and imagination, imagine y'all don't even know how to connect through imagination, and then the fact of how, again, I've told you about how the systems were put in place to have y'all working so much, to have you working towards pleasing the child, pleasing the child, but never balancing your fucking well-being, your inner child. It's about pleasing the child. That's preying on your childhood woundings. It's sitting around pleasing the child first. Yep. I said this years ago. I be having to give insight. Y'all don't gotta agree. It's cool. You got your own belief system. To each their own. Live your life. Baby shower. Baby shower. Why can't be tribe or family shower? Focus on something that ain't even here. The man and woman is a part of that. Everything automatically is designed to exclude the fucking father. Don't see the importance of it. That shit is like abandonment. They don't celebrate nobody, but oh, look at this. Like, I get it, it's a celebration, but when I see how this, I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, I had to address this to the mother of my kid. I'm like, yo, everybody's so focused on this, and yeah, it contributes to the family and so forth, but we know for a lot of people, soon after, the father is left with so much shit to where he's forced into the workforce, he's forced to abandon himself again, even after the child gets here. And again, I don't know everyone's situation. I'm just letting you know from the fact of speaking from different perspectives. Because I'm going to give it to you mothers too. It's designed that way, for y'all to be dependent on the system, to keep abandoning and self-abandoning yourself. The daycare system, all that shit. I was sitting here like, people I know in Montessori, y'all there all fucking day. All day. Them people don't even raise their fucking kids. They don't raise or grow. Y'all be really thinking, and it's no different than certain other demographics. Their mother and father themselves in a different way. Bro, them kids, just because they're in a rich and wealthy neighborhood, it's the same shit. Same energy, same foundation. Argue with your mama. How was it not? They got somebody else and they don't know that's masking themselves. Bro, these people mask themselves. I'm sitting here like, I'm looking at the shit deeper. Them mothers so motherfucking tired. Them women so tired. I know somebody right now, they mad because how much she actually voices, which is a part of her human needs, or using her voice to be authentic. They actually mad because she actually say, hey, I need a moment. I'm overwhelmed. Y'all don't even get time to, y'all don't realize how much this shit, self-abandonment, will have you abandoning yourself in rest and hydration. Just to people please. People pleasing starts in the child. Low self-esteem. Looking externally, it's the same thing when you're trying, everything is centered around external. Pleasing the child, pleasing your boss, pleasing this person. All these different things is around self-abandonment. Argue with your mama. Whoever wanna, debate, it's too easy. This shit is a breeze. This shit is a breeze. Because I already know I have so many mothers that will fucking agree. I told y'all, when you look at the patriarchy, you start questioning the fact of what and who built this shit was never for y'all to take a moment. And just when you think that other people got it better, and the whole monetary system is being exposed, or everything is being exposed, because the fear itself keeps y'all going. But when people start to recognize that you don't fear the fucking system, you become a threat. And what's the opposite of fear? Love. When you start loving yourself, you like this. I had enough of this shit. I'm deciding I am enough to walk away, to choose myself. That's what you're doing. That's love. They don't want you choosing your fucking selves. Religiously, look outside. Don't choose yourself. Because God said so. Bitch, that's your God. Don't pour into yourselves, ladies. But then for some of y'all so disassociated that you still people pleasing and call it pour into yourself. Because you still got to go be around somebody. That still is abandonment wounds, baby. You don't know how to be alone, baby. You were never shown, baby. So y'all created groups and covenants and all that. You still don't know how to be alone, baby. The whole system was created on codependency, baby. That's the distorted mother. The distorted mother. And how y'all gonna tell me collectively y'all all ain't a part of that? Y'all be sitting here singing right along to that stupid ass shit. Don't give a fuck when your daughter don't got an STD. Well, I had it. Oh, you don't say nothing at all. When she get pregnant early. Y'all don't see the fucking loop? Just because you did it. You so bitter and angry inside because what has happened to you that you feel like it has to happen to your child? You don't even care to break the motherfucking generational cycle to realize like you actually have an influence to let her know to plant a seed. Now it's her free will after that, depending on the age of the child. That's why it starts young. What the fuck is my charm, man? My shit don't fail off. I know fucking well. Oh no. Did that shit fall off in the bed? It better not, man. That was my moon charm. I gotta go look in the bed. But anywho. This is y'all king. Y'all sit here and have so much emotion towards what certain people politically and all these other people doing. That's your king. Y'all supported that shit. Like I said, people pleasing. Pleasing the child. Then you mad at the child because you treating the child completely different. When nobody else sees, but the universe sees. When you in tune, the universe keeps receipts. Think about this shit that's been built. Social service, all this other shit. You should call it monitoring service. Monitoring certain people. Women who actually bypass, this shit, I'm channeling this shit. Women who actually bypass on other women, but make sure other women get, their dues and stuff. Baby girl, the universe got receipts. People who just make sure, and this is my thing, people that are darker, I know y'all gonna have an uproar around this shit. Why would you want to be like anybody else? Why would I want to be like anybody who hate me? That goes for people that are darker. Why would I want to, oh, I gotta help my own? Help my own what? Help your fucking self. Support yourself. Because once you realize the bigger picture, there are going to be people that come along that don't look like you. Don't try. And then you think you need to run back and go save. You come and get some money. You going to run back and go save other people. Haven't y'all learned people on the sports and all that, on all levels too, they're part of the same beast. They're part of the same beast. What, y'all think they're different because they got money? They're part of the same beast. That's why they can only say so much, because they know fucking well. Because once the divine takes you down through there, you're going to strip everything from your ass. That's what people are afraid of. That's what they fear. That's why you have people don't really speak up. Y'all don't fool nobody. That's why Malcolm said that shit. You can't look to these people. They're distractions. They ain't gonna say shit. What they gonna say? You know the influence they have? If y'all really know the depths of fame and the things spiritually that come with that shit, that also comes with evolution. And this is why a lot of them gonna fall by the wayside. That's not wishing nothing. It's just evolution. I don't give a fuck who it is. Nigga, you got millions, you got whatever it is, and you telling me you can watch these mothers? You got the drive. You ain't having games all year long. Man, I do help the people. I do give back. I do da-da-da. Nigga, that shit still monitored. I don't care who you is. Look at the sports. Same thing. Women. They still devalue them in the sports. Look how much they get paid. Monetary system. All of this shit is literally designed to make the woman look devalued. Some of the most beautiful women, I see those athletes and stuff, I be like, damn. What sense do it make? This person, just because they're better, they get paid more? Or because of the influence they have, they get more endorsements? Y'all don't realize how so much of this shit is still rooted in insecurities, making a child, because everyone has an inner child, making someone more valuable, look more valuable, or being perceived as, oh, that's such and such. So the fuck what? That's no different, because once you start looking at the concept of divine mother and father energy, or divine masculine and feminine, the separation that y'all have created through the distorted mother and father, because the men in these areas are the distorted father, or karmics in a way, however you want to see it, because for one, the influence you can have, it's just like high school. Just because you the popular person, you the most athletic, that don't make you more valuable than somebody else. You might have a more, deep down, you might have more of an influence because people look to you, but it's your message in that. It's who you are. That means you have a greater responsibility to the masses of people. And some of y'all sit back and don't do shit. You still collecting karmic debt. You actually think that your position is not up for, it's no difference in any company, corporation, and business. The bigger program, when a new program come in, what happens? Motherfuckers get fired. You can either, through an upgrade or evolution, you can either go through, you either going to experience a termination, or actually be, what do they call it? Promoted. And that's what y'all about to see in the world. The bigger picture. People being demoted and promoted. Upgraded, degraded. Is that the word degraded? When you upgrade, I think it is, yeah, degrade. But anywho, yeah. If you know, you know. It's a shift. Everyone has an opportunity. That's why I look at certain people in my life and I see the energy that they hold, and when they refuse to evolve, they represent the same people I see on any world stage or whatever. Once I start recognizing the family shit is no different than it, the family has just as much of an influence. That's what I was bringing to the awareness of certain characters right now, whether they're artists and so forth. I don't see how the duality in someone actually representing what we're shifting into, which is emotional intelligence. The world has been emotionally ignorant, emotionally unavailable. People have been in their lower state, unevolved emotionally, mentally, and so forth. In the upgrade through the awakening or enlightenment, we heal. So a certain artist particular represents that, a higher consciousness. The other one represents the lower ego and shit. Lower nature. Still, look at the message that they still talk about. They just all represent a certain energy, whether it's lust, greed, all this ego, all that shit represents something individually and collectively. Now, other people specifically, these people are doing what they're supposed to do. It's all divine intervention. That's why it's not something like, oh, who's less valuable? No, it's all valuable information. It's the age of Aquarius. I'm just, with those with eyes can see, or with an eye, you know. And it's just like the Divine Mother is looking at these people as like fucking toddlers that refuse to listen. There's a higher power. There's a higher program to this. You refuse to listen, you will get disciplined, just as anybody else. And those who know, when you go through some shit, when you know you're getting those spiritual ass whoopings, and you start seeing shit happen, don't be surprised. It's no different than you. They're not exempt either. I tell y'all all the time. So it doesn't matter where people are. Just because people think they're doing something behind the scenes, and you know, that's why you're seeing all these people come out that at a time where y'all just assume just because of the color of their skin or whatever it is, they're not exempt from karma and getting their ass whooped spiritually. It was just a matter of time. They're not above the program. You're not bigger than the program. Just like people out here influencing the music and shit. Man, you're not bigger than the program. You're going to be just as held as accountable. You're not bigger than the program. No one is. That's your preference? Go right ahead. It's a duality to things. You have to see the shit that you, oh man, you know what? I used to love that life, or you be a part of that. But I realized it's going to lead to self-destruction. Like, they got a song coming out. This song that came out about scamming and shit. I'm sitting here like, bro, to each their own. People got free will. If that's what you want to do, go right ahead. It just shows the integrity people don't have. It just shows the inability to evolve. It's just childlike, man. It just shows you like, no, when you look at it, doesn't matter the adult. It just shows like, hey, you know what? Nobody taught them better. Some people, that's how they got to survive. Some people, that's how they got to live and so forth. Who am I to judge? That's their choice. They better know that it's consequences that come with this shit. Just like I tell y'all, anybody else around the world right now, no matter who they are, it's consequences when, you know, if you have had people, I'm not the only one that has delivered this message about justice being brought, divine justice. So if you think that whether it's politically, celebrities, what y'all call fucking elite, what? Bro, that shit higher. They're not exempt as well. No one is exempt. There's consequences for your inabilities, just like a mother who is emotionally, and the father emotionally unavailable, who don't want to discipline, who know they have influence. That's an abuse of power. That's like somebody giving you the silent treatment. That's how I see some of these people, celebrities and all these other people. It's like they're giving you the silent treatment. They'll sit back and watch this shit unfold. And knowing that they have an influence. So guess what? It's a little too late. That's why divine intervention happens when certain people come in and what they say, when one person won't do, another one will. What the fuck we gotta wait on you for? We already know what you want. It's just like a homie in the hood or somebody else that don't want to change, who still want to do the same shit, who actually believe that they not gonna, nothing gonna happen to them over time and so forth. You are part of the same fucked up dysfunctional system, just as a family dynamic. Once you start looking at the old world narrative and all that shit as a dysfunctional family, dealing with bloodlines, this has been a dysfunctional family function. And there's certain people here to usher in something that actually puts people back online in balance. That's the threat. Once you realize the awakening in certain people that's going to happen in their lineage, you are a threat to the dysfunctional family, the collective dysfunctional family. Then you start to recognize who is a distorted mother. The women, their messages. The men, their messages in what they're doing. These niggas ain't nothing but, no matter their color and creed, is just as much as an unavailable father emotionally. It's no different than you having an emotional unavailable father, because once you start to realize in humanity, that's how deep that shit goes. It's the bigger picture. In their inability not to say nothing, shows it says a lot about how they care about the generations that's coming after them. So they can play as if they don't know what's going on. Man, everyone knows. By this time right now, whether people are going to have awakening or whatever, this mass awakening, man, people know what's going on. Folks know what's going on. And it's just no different, like, a hard-headed ass child or somebody. Man, I told him. That's how I look at this. I told him. You can't say you didn't tell him. There's people that came along, they know exactly what's going on. They're not, and listen, and you better not, the divine mother, it's no difference in how I see people in my family, certain people that the family I came through. Listen. And you better not get in the fucking way. Because the karma that's coming to them, you better not get in the way. I told you, a lot of people finna fall from grace, and you better not get in the way. That's on you, thinking that you gotta save them. That's on you. Get in there if you want to. That shit that's behind them, like what they conjured up, is gonna come right along. It's gonna pull you right, suck your ass right in there with it. You'll be lost in the sauce. Think about this, the old system built on manipulation, preyed on the child, who want all these different things. And again, it's no different than where, again, y'all gonna go right along with them. Go right ahead. You got free will. You what, Billy Badass, how they say? Go right ahead. Because it ain't just you. It's what comes along with you. Y'all, I keep telling y'all mothers, especially, y'all don't realize how spiritually you protected the system. Those who know. You been a part of these spiritual communities and all this other shit, baby girl, siphoning your ass too. You been a part of stuff, again. Notice how those who know, once you move away and stay away, how more harmonious and peaceful. Yeah, you might grieve and go through some emotions and shit and be like, oh man, da 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 da. But you start to realize it become more peaceful over here, a little bit more lighter. Somehow you just know all your needs are met because you start to go within. You start to realize like, okay, this is getting a little, it's just as much as you were inconsiderate and feeling unappreciated, all that shit. What, these sisters weren't built on appreciation, feeling appreciated? I see some of these characters in certain places, I'm like, bro, you don't even show appreciation to your fellow brothers or anybody else. You so high on your high horse. You so stuck in your ego. You don't let these fools pump your head up behind the scenes. You don't let them pump your head up, your ego so much, inflated your ego so much that you didn't actually think that you could fall from grace? Oh, you thought that just that humiliation ritual was just you didn't think that that what you put out, what you reap is what you're gonna sow. You didn't think that that humiliation was gonna also backfire and you be humiliated again. Man, oh man. It's all you see being broadcasted. I'm like, bro, it's deeper than this. You got all these certain characters online now, and you see the mental disorder. You see the mental illness in people. It's something really going on with them. But now they don't put it so where the cleansing is going to happen online now. You have to see the dysfunctionality and how they put certain people on certain places, put them in certain places and so forth to keep the image of certain people or certain people anyway, always looking like they're fucked up, they're violent, they're disoriented, dysregulated, all for low self-esteem, money, coming from that lower nature. In either way, it's still going to backfire. Everything is going to shift. It's the desperation right now to stay relevant. You're going to see this all in so much. It's the desperation. Think about it like sports and everything. It's the desperation with the rituals, with everything else. Because it's a ritual. Everything you do is a ritual. So anybody, once you get up, how you do your routine, is no difference now. People are losing traction, as they say. They're going to railroad themselves. Well, derail themselves. And that process can take longer to get that train back up and so forth and going again. But this is divine intervention. How the energy I told you, people going to lose it the same way they got it. How you get it is how you going to lose it. And then again, I tell you all the time, that's what you see it playing out for you mothers. It was built on the fact of what you see playing out. Most of y'all are unaware of that. Till you come into this awareness that you've been a part of something that was never built for your well-being or the well-being of your child. So when I talk about the inner child, it's now planting those seeds, and those seeds are starting to be built and created. You got to ask yourself, what the fuck you want to be a part of? Because that system that you thought that was going to continue, that's your choice. And the people that you thought that was still going to come and wait on them to change, y'all not used to delayed gratification. You want instant grits. You want instant gratification. I mean, a lot of it is rooted in low self-esteem. And the characters, these people are no different. A lot of it is rooted in low self-esteem, keeping people in low self-esteem, depression, keeping them at a lower state, never, nothing encouraging, supporting their imagination and the rise above certain stuff. No, it's similar. Y'all don't know what goes on behind those scenes with people. All that shit's coming out now. And I'm grateful to realize I was being protected from it. Woo! Because even through people trying to think that they could get over on something with me or anything else, it's still gonna be revealed. Like they'll collect karmic debt. Y'all gotta realize a lot what has happened is the karmic debts that has been collected that now has to be repaid. And whether people choose to do it or not, it's still gonna come through divine intervention. It's still gonna come through something else. You're not bigger than the program. Imagine y'all mothers coming together realizing like the beauty of like how all your family should eat. How people should have similar resources. The fuck? Y'all all on the same fucking land. You all drinking from the same fucking water. What sense did that make? The fuck? This is your king? These are your leaders? These are your politicians? These are your people? This is who you pay? What the fuck? This shit is a joke. You gotta know this shit is a joke. What is that be afraid of? You fuckers are jokes. This shit is a joke. Ha ha ha. Like, this shit is a joke. Oh boy. Yep, I feel like that's all. Peace.